It's time for another poem from the Alt Atlas, Poems of Other Worlds by Mr. Pendulum, yours truly. This is a collection of sci-fi poems, handwritten and hand-illustrated in this beautiful journal, which I am working on digitizing, finalizing, and releasing it out into the world. So, last time we read The Echoing Forest of Irjohi, one of my favorites. Let's go next to the Gold World of Sejur. The mountains and the rivers of Sejur are made of gold, and so for the inhabitants no great value it holds. But blooming things like plants and trees, now that is something rare, and so when found they're showered with great reverence and care. A family of trees is but the heart of sacred temples. A flower is protected more than any precious metal. These fragile miracles, they must be nurtured at all costs. For plenty worlds of steel and gold, these treasures have been lost. And I think here, kind of the thoughts behind this one are pretty self-explanatory or self-evident. Thinking about a world where it's kind of the reverse of ours, where, plants, trees, flowers are a very rare thing. And so in these civilizations, they are highly, highly valued, revered, made sacred, protected, cared for, because they are rare, whereas other things like metals and perhaps gold is something that exists everywhere in this world, and so they are not as valuable. They are not valuable the way that these beautiful living organisms like trees and plants are. And it just it is a thought about our world and how we take it for granted. We still have a lot of forests, a lot of trees, not as before, but we still do. But could we get to a point where it's reverse and we really do get to this point of revering plants, revering flowers, sadly because they no longer exist as they once did, and the rest of the world is made of metal. Anyway, just food for thought, but also an interesting world of Sejur, the gold world of Sejur from the Alt Atlas.